Hello subscribers, here's another review. This time it's the Papo 2017 Acrocanthosaurus figure. Now, I've been wanting this figure for a while, and I finally got one on Amazon for $34. And I think it's well worth the $34. So let's take a look at the detailing first. And, it's Papo. I don't think we really need to talk about detailing, but I'll just talk about it anyway. It's very glossy too, so you can pick out all the sculpted scales on here. Looks alive, and you can move the jaw. Opens fairly wide, not too wide, but fairly wide enough. See, the teeth are individually sculpted, and the skull is unmistakably that of an Acrocanthosaurus. The teeth are kind of sharp too, and it's a glossy pink inside to make it look like it's alive. And people are saying the paint job is very similar to the Papo Rainbow T-Rexes, which I have to agree, it is similar. And see the sail. Sail is realistic. You can see all the vertebrae exposing. See his leg muscles right here. So this guy didn't skip leg day at the gym. And the feet aren't oversized, which is good. Because, some dinosaur figures, they still have oversized feet despite the tripod that's supposed to help them stand. And, talk about the scientific accuracies of this figure. See, it is a pretty accurate figure for a Papo dinosaur. See, the skull, it has an accurate skull shape. The arms aren't pronated. And the tail doesn't look too flexible, it's fairly rigid. And the feet aren't oversized, so that's good. But to the inaccuracies, there isn't much inaccuracies here. Besides that, there is lots of shrink wrapping in the skull. See a little bit of it. See the skull openings and then the eyes there. And then the shoulder blades are sticking out along with the ribs. And in real life, those wouldn't be showing, but Papo really doesn't strive for accuracy. They don't label their figures as educational, so I can let that slide. Because Papo do like to stylize their dinosaurs a lot, make them look more like movie creatures. And let's see the things I like about this model. I really like everything about this model: the sculpt, the paint job. But now let's go over the things that I don't like about this figure. Is the posture. So, the posture does limit playability a lot, because when he's walking around, he's always going to be, crouching down like this. So, I wish they made a more upright stance, like say the Papo running T-Rex, or even their Spinosaurus. But, for now, he's, like that. I think this is, the best Acrocanthosaurus figure, in my opinion. So, I think the last Acrocanthosaurus we got was a collector's version from 2015, but that figure wasn't all too impressive either. So, here's his side view, then the back view, then the side view, the front view, and then the bottom view. Oh, I forgot to show the bottom here. See, the bottom just has a lot of detailing too. See the big scales near the chest too. And see, I like all the skin folds here. The people who made this model really know what they're doing. So let's start off with the comparisons. First, let's start with one of the earliest Acrocanthosaurus figures, if not the earliest, the Batat Acrocanthosaurus. See, this one's a little more accurate, but I still prefer the Papo one. But see, this one's pretty good for a toy in the 90s, even though the only inaccuracy is that the right hand is pronated. But this one's pretty cool, even though I like the Papo one better, because this one does lack a little bit in detailing, but has a pretty decent paint job too. See, of course, size, Papo Acrocanthosaurus wins. This may be one of the biggest acros too ever. Next up is a 2001 Acrocanthosaurus, the Carnegie figure from the 2001 lineup 2001 lineup for Carnegie. As you can see, there's no comparison. This is obviously the better, more accurate Acrocanthosaurus. This figure, not that good. I guess it was good for its time. Paint job is pretty cool, but detailing, sculpt, not so much. So yeah, this figure isn't that great, honestly. I don't really like it. but it has its charms. Next up, we have the Safari Limited 2012 Acrocanthosaurus. See, this one is a close second for the best Acrocanthosaurus for me. But this one obviously wins because of a more appealing paint job, detailing, and sculpt, and posture. But this one has a more naturalistic paint job and posture. And their legs are kind of in a similar position too. And last up, one of the most recent Acrocanthosaurus figures. And Acrocanthosaurus that was released in the same year as this figure right here. Hey, yes, the Schleich Acrocanthosaurus. See, Schleich tried to compete with Papo, but they failed pretty miserably. See how these two figures are the complete opposite of each other. This one has a striding downward pose. This one has like an outdated upright pose. And there's really nothing about this figure that's better than this. See the detailing, the Papo's detailing, paint job, sculpt, accuracy, everything about the Papo one is better than the Schleich Acro. Yeah, this isn't, of course, I don't really like this figure. This figure is not the best, but it's good for what it is. But this figure is just much better. I might plan on selling this in the future. And that is it for this review. If you like this video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next review. Oh yeah, I have to give this figure a rating. It would be a 9 out of 10. If it had a better posture, then it would have been worthy of a 10 out of 10. But I guess a 9 out of 10 is good enough for this figure. So see you guys in the next review.